8:45, BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. This is Kev Lawrence with Breakfast Morning. Now, a couple of years ago, football fans from around the country were given the opportunity to sing their hearts out at Wembley for the FA Cup final. It was part of a BBC Sport and Songs of Praise competition that my next two guests entered and were chosen to be part of. Now the 2015 FA Fans Choir have reunited for something special. Stuart Green from Sutton and Malcolm Lee from Bluntisham can both tell us more. Let's go with Stuart first. Stuart, good morning. What is happening at 11 o'clock this morning?
Well, 11 o'clock this morning is the official launch of our Abide With Us project, which basically is involved. We've made a video of Abide With Me, which was the cup final hymn, which we sang together in 2015 and has been sung at every Wembley Cup final to raise money essentially for the NHS charities. At the same time, what we're trying to do is raise awareness of it through massive media sharing to see if we can get everybody in the country standing on their doorsteps at 5:30 on the 23rd of May, which would have been the FA Cup final kick-off time, to sing Abide With Me. So that's our launch at 11 o'clock, although it was leaked yesterday and it's out there already.
Oh no, you can't keep these things quiet, can you?
Well,
that's the trouble. You entered this competition back in 2015. What was it like when you actually found out that you would be singing at Wembley? It must have been amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I think all of us entered not quite sure where it was going and whether we had a chance of winning. And when we all got picked to represent our clubs, it was massive. It was hugely humbling to be able to do it. And, I don't think any of us really realised till we got to Wembley what it would be like to stand there in front of 90,000 people with Alfie Boe singing Abide With Me. So, yeah, it was an amazing part of our lives and so much so that we've stayed in touch. We've done other things since, and we're all still friends, and we meet up regularly. And now we're doing this. So yeah, it just opened a lot of doors for us and a life-changing experience.
You are now officially Bluntisham's most famous resident, of course.
Well, like I said, I live in Sutton. It's Malcolm that lives in Bluntisham.
Ah, the most famous resident in Sutton, then. Okay.
Malcolm's already huge in Bluntisham, but now he's even bigger.
Is he? He's just like, walking on air, almost physically. The FA Cup...
walking in air, we did sing with Alan Jones that day as well.
Another name to drop there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the FA Cup you've mentioned would have been on May the 23rd. Just elaborate a bit more. What's happening on May the 23rd, then? Cup final, what would have been Cup final day. Talk us through the nuts and bolts of that.
Well, what we're just really trying to encourage is people to get behind us with this, and hopefully in a similar way to clapping the carers and singing We'll Meet Again on the doorsteps, we're hoping to see if we can get people outside at 5:30, which we say was kick-off time, to sing Abide With Me. And that's the plan. Whether it happens or not depends really on how much we get shared and how much this gets out there through the media. So we've all contacted our local stations and our clubs, and hopefully today after 11 o'clock it will become huge. Who knows?
Okay, well, it sounds amazing, and, wish you well with it. Stuart, thank you for that. Let's bring Malcolm in now. Malcolm, hello.
Good morning.
Morning! So you're part of the fans choir. You sound like you've been up a while. What made you want to be part of it in the first place, Malcolm?
Well, I'd been to Wembley and watched Wigan win in a cup final, which nobody thought that would ever happen. Probably, again, so being part of history. And it was such a special day. And a couple of months before the Songs of Praise thing came out, my dad had died, and that was at his funeral. So it was very special time. So it's just one when I heard it was up for grabs through Songs of Praise, and a friend, Graham, prompted me to put in for it, and we thought, right, let's give it a go. And it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant experience.
And members of the fans choir, I guess, have stayed in touch and become close friends since.
Oh yeah, I mean we do. We try to get to every year, although we didn't last year. But we've sung at one of our members' weddings, to turning on lights in Tottenham, Southampton, which is quite an interesting event. But yeah, we do try and keep in touch, and this is just another way of bringing the team together.
What was it like for you when you got to sing on the hallowed turf of Wembley?
It's indescribable. It was such a special feeling, and the problem was it just went too quickly. The BBC were brilliant. We had 2 days of rehearsals getting ready for it, and everybody was really so good together. It was great, and we just didn't realise how we would all gel and then stick together like this. But just walking out on the pitch, you can imagine what it's like for the players. It was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal atmosphere, and you could hardly hear yourself for the noise.
I can't imagine how great that would be. I really can't. It just sounds incredible. Now, I presume you're looking forward to seeing the video which comes out this morning, because I understand you've not yet seen it.
We did get a preview last night, actually, so it's the first. So David Gilhooly's been behind it. He's done a great job in pulling it together. So it's been a surprise to all of us. So it's great. I mean, we're not actually a kind of a real choir. We're the fans who got together to sing at Wembley, but it's been a great exercise. And in fact, it isn't a bad choir after all. So watch this space, more things might happen.
Well, I love the sound of that. Can I just ask you a question about singing ability? Am I right? Am I right in presuming that, as it's a fans' choir, you know, if you don't have the best voice in the whole wide world, you can still kind of blend in and, you know, not stand out as having a bad voice. You can find a way to kind of still be part of it.
That's good. When you've got 90,000 people singing around you, it is easy to get lost. But no, mix up. But we've really got some great singers in the choir, so it is actually good to be part of.
It's good to be part of, absolutely. I'm asking that question selfishly because this sounds like something I would be really interested in being part of, something like this. But I can't sing a note. Just on a general level, are you missing football, Malcolm? How badly?
Oh yeah. I mean, because I support Wigan and live in Cambridge, it's not the easiest to get up there, but I do try and get up when I can, because my mum still lives up there. But yeah, you do miss it. And even in lockdown, you think it would be great. You could actually sit and watch television all day long, but no such luck.
Do you think when football returns, and it's looking potentially like it could happen in June, Premier League, Championship, and who knows what for Leagues 1 and 2? What kind of difference do you think that will make to people's lives if that could happen?
It will just be uplifting. Obviously, people will be a little probably scared and nervous of going back to football because of the contact. But there's something like that starting up. It's trying to get things back to normal. But I think it will give the country a boost. And that's what we're trying to do on Cup Final Day. Everybody going out, because it is a community hymn. And it was designed as a community hymn at the time, really. So that's all part of it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting going again.
And as you say, it is a community hymn, and everybody knows the words to it. So I think it's a wonderful idea. We'll look forward to that on Cup Final Day. Thank you, Malcolm. If you're still there, Stuart, can I just check what football team you support?
Well, I support Southport, and by some miracle in 2015 we reached round 3, which is what qualified you to apply. So I never felt so lucky. And
you, no doubt, will echo Malcolm's thoughts on the return of football if and when it comes, being a major
Absolutely.
boost.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Southport's a long way from here, but I get to most of the away games when they come down this way. But I have to say, we're unbeaten since February. It's our longest unbeaten run, so every cloud.
Okay, why are you a Hughes fan?
Why am I not a Hughes fan? Well, I'm from Southport. I was born in Southport. And having said that, I spent many years at the Hughes with my kids when they had their junior Hughes tickets, and I did go to Wembley twice with them as well.
So Cambridge United are your second team?
If you want. Okay. Although Everton are probably my second team. I'll put Cambridge third.
Oh, stop it! Put Cambridge second. Good to talk to you, and all the best to you with this project. It does sound wonderful, and thank you both very much for talking us through it. Stuart Green from Sutton and Malcolm Lee from Blantyshire. It's BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. Right, our next tune